All of Liddell Lee's victims had something in common. They stayed here in Jacksonville's Sunnyside neighborhood. Look back here, they are lined up against the gate with their candles still lit. Officer was actually on the passenger side on the running boards and was thrown off, now recovering from a fractured hip.
Kimberly Rusley has a story from Little Rock now. Kimberly.
Good afternoon to you, Frederica. We've been covering this Little Rock mass shooting all night, and here's what we can tell you right now. I mean, this mass shooting just terrifying for everyone, and they are just thankful that they made it out. Isn't she aging well?
Stunning.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's hope we can look like Barbie later on. As you can see, I'm standing right in front of the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign where plenty of tourists are here. Yeah, so you get to see favorite costumes and you also get to compete for cash and prizes. Exactly. And the fun that they were able to bring to the River Market area and the amphitheater. Jada Bell is one smart girl with her quick thinking. She stopped her sister's car. News out of North Little Rock today. Police say a murder suspect is on the loose right now, and his car broke down and he didn't have a phone. But Owens knew that was a lie. Police were called within the past 2 hours. Alicia, what can you tell us so far? And I'm standing right here in front of Shannon Fletcher's home, which is now boarded up and has been gutted by those flames. And just as you said, we've been covering breaking news all night for you. A mass shooting here at the Power Ultra Lounge on West 6th in downtown Little Rock. What we know right now, Little Rock police confirmed for us 17 people shot inside of that club around 2:30 this morning. And I want you to look over my shoulder here at the scene. There are still detectives, crime scene investigators here investigating, pulling out evidence from that club. And here's what we can tell you so far about what happened. That shooting again happening at 2:30 this morning inside the club. We're told on the second floor of the club there was a concert, and police believe the dispute stemmed from the concert. Finesse 2 times from Memphis was in concert, and we're told that from someone inside, shooting started in the audience and shots were fired back from the stage. Now, we talked to Little Rock Police Chief early this morning as soon as the shooting investigation began. Here's what he had to say. We're learning new details about a crime that crosses state lines. Police say a body transported from Johnstown, New York, was found in a suitcase in Prairie County over the weekend. Right now, 2 people are facing charges in the case, and authorities are expecting to make another arrest. Channel 7 was the only station there this morning as 56-year-old Virginia Lee Colvin was taken into custody, charged with abuse of a corpse. Police say a man named Michael Vickers is also in Arkansas jail in connection to the case, but no details on his arrest have been released. On Sunday, state police say they got a call from a person who saw the body in a pickup truck, but by the time the truck was pulled over, the remains had been disposed of in a field. Right now, it's believed the death happened in New York. House Republicans are pushing ahead with legislation to undo former President Barack Obama's health care law, holding marathon all-night voting sessions. This despite Democratic protests and intense opposition from doctors and consumer groups. Janae Norman has the latest from Washington. An Arkansas lawmaker filing a bill that would require businesses to provide equal pay to women. The bill says that an employer is not allowed to pay a woman less than a man for substantially similar work, performing the same responsibilities and under the same working conditions. There are some exceptions to paying one person more than the other. It does allow for seniority, merit, or a valid reason other than gender, such as a person's education, training, or experience. The bill will be discussed in a House committee on Tuesday. Lawmakers also making changes to a campus carry bill currently being discussed at the state capitol that would expand the legislation to allow concealed weapons in places like state buildings and even bars. Representative Charlie Collins says these new amendments are a way to protect people. Collins says carriers would have to go through 8 hours of training designed by Arkansas State Police before they carried on campus or in a bar. Representative Collins says we can expect this to be presented on the Senate floor within the next couple of days. If you want to do something more with your smartphone or computer, listen up. Each week, we're giving you different things you can do with your smart devices. Here's Francie Black with this week's App of the Week. All right, interesting tip there. Still ahead today on Midday Arkansas, meteorologist Barry Brandt has a look at today's forecast, including a risk of severe weather tonight. A funeral service will be held today for the 2-year-old who was killed last week in a drive-by shooting here in Little Rock. The community and family gathered to hold a vigil last night at the Robinson Mortuary for Ramaya Reed. Her family spoke to Channel 7 about how they are pushing for an end to the violence and a time to heal. That shooting is part of a violent couple of weeks here in Little Rock. Today, Little Rock detectives are now working multiple homicide investigations, so they're trying to beef up neighborhood watch programs. Through the program, neighbors get to know each other better and become aware of strange cars, people, or circumstances that might require police response. The watch is sponsored by LRPD, so they also provide services for victims when crimes happen. They're hoping to open lines of communication and help reduce the stigma of talking to police. The goal of the program is to prevent crimes, but also to have a system in place to report crimes when they happen. Following up on those Tennessee fires, today officials will begin cleanup and recovery efforts following the devastating wildfires in Gatlinburg. The rain the state received over the last 24 hours has helped battle those fires. Officials discovered 3 more bodies yesterday, raising the death toll to 7. 3 other people who had been trapped since the wildfires began were rescued. The mayor of Gatlinburg promises the city will be rebuilt. She just wanted to send out a positive story to make sure that Terrence Dickerson was recognized. Little did she know their story would make thousands of rounds on the web. For 2 years, 20-year-old Terrence Dickerson has rounded up carts at the Walmart in Hot Springs. But on January 31st, he did more than that. After finishing up her shopping trip, Christy Newbert sat her purse in the cart, unloaded her groceries, then put her cart with the others, forgetting about her purse. But Terrence found it.
Something told me that something was in the buggy.
And turned it in. Christy was shocked to get it back, so she thanked Terrence in person and tried to give him a cash reward.
I said, no, I don't want to take it. It's a blessing for me.
Then Christy took to Facebook, wanting to share the good deed.
And I was just so impressed by his attitude and what he did that I just decided to share it with my friend.
We've always known Terrence as a special individual, very humble, very honest, utmost integrity.
The post went viral, being shared over 54,000 times.
I'm excited that Terrence got some recognition for doing something good, because we tend to just look at all the negative things that are happening everywhere.
But if you ask Terrence, it's all in a day's work.
It's a blessing. Just thank God and my family.
The store manager, Ted Park, says Terrence is normally very quiet, but the recent attention has him coming out of his shell.